Greetings everyone, Zannrath here. Welcome back to more Everlasting Summer, where last time, well, we got through all that, like, spooky stuff. The real, I guess, supposedly spooky stuff that really isn't that spooky, the mines and all that stuff. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump in there, get a loud bang. There you go. Yeah, no problem. Glad to find Shurik. And we got this little, nudie scene, I suppose. Nothing exciting there. So it looks like, I have to go to the classrooms, but I think it's actually supposed to be the clubhouse. So here we go, hit up the club. I was desperately hungry. I always took good care of my health, and even better care at the times when something started to hurt badly. And now I was able to walk, and my feet weren't even hurting as much. Why was he hurting? Oh yeah, because he ran away naked. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. So my feet will heal up eventually while my hunger can't wait. I decided to take advantage of Electronic's invitation. In the end, knowing the local pioneers, it was smart to assume that there wasn't even a piece of stale bread left at the canteen. We do have that random sausage in our drawer, and then I think Alyssa or was it Lena has biscuits or whatever, just random food in their cabins. And the Cybernetics Club actually somewhat owe me. Alright, with such thoughts, I approached the club's building. Oh, and by the way, in case you were wondering, this is one of those choices you actually have to make in order to trigger Ulyana. And heard screams coming from it. I tried to listen closely, but couldn't figure out anything. What are you trying to figure out? Like, just go in. You hear screams, you go in. You don't just like sit there and be like, let me think about it. The pitch of that scream, the tone, and all the, the harmony. No, you just go in, man. Give it back. Is she something like donut? Or like duct tape or something? No, I won't. Ulyana was running around the room with a coil. Okay, that makes more sense. A coil of wire in her hand, chased by actually, a donut probably would make more sense for Ulyana. She'd be like, oh man, I'm gonna eat that donut. Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but give it back. They didn't even give me a bit of attention. No, I won't. Shurik, completely caught up in the chase, slipped past me, almost knocking me down. Is the clubhouse that big? It didn't look that big in the still frames of the when we're talking to Electronic and Shurik in there. Hey, Ulyana was running in circles around the room, laughing cheerfully. I wonder what she needs this wire for. Meanwhile, just to mess with them, clearly. Meanwhile, the head of the Cybernetics Club was looking fine even after yesterday's madness. One could say he was looking fresh. But this probably wouldn't help him to catch Ulyana. She was smaller, more agile, and faster after all. She could easily drive him to exhaustion. Hey. Oh, dang. Speedy Gonzalez there. Ulyana ran up to me and hid behind my back. Shurik, in his turn, left the club. Oh, Shurik, in his turn, left the club, slamming the door on his way out. He was offended, it seems. Hey, what's wrong with you? You won't catch me. She looked at Electronic, who was silently observing all this silly running, and stuck out her tongue at him. Semyon, take the wire away from her. Why do you need it in the first place? You don't have enough wire or something? He was trying to catch Ulyana, who was hiding behind me. He moved to the right while she moved to the left. He moved to the left while she moved to the right. And she moved to the right, of course. And in the end, I got tired of this and grabbed the wire from Ulyana with one dexterous move. Give it back, or give it to me, give it back, she shouted resentfully. No, I won't. Stop horsing around. I held the wire above my head so Ulyana, with her height, couldn't possibly get it. Thank you. Okay, fine. She snorted and turned away from me. Why do you need it in the first place? That's none of your business. Ulyana looked at me slyly. Do you want me to tell everybody that you... Oh, yeah, like Alyssa, right? I shut her mouth with my hand and dragged her along to the exit. Okay, we need to go. I told Electronic while giggling stupidly. And what did you come for? Once outside, I let the kicking Ulyana free. Hear me out. You realize that it was an accident. Even more so, it was caused by you. I know nothing. Facts are facts. You are watching us. Or I don't know what kind of awe that's supposed to be, but yeah. What would Olga Dmitryevna think? On the one hand, I did not want to care in the slightest, I did not want to care in the slightest what the camp leader would say, but on the other, everything was against me and in my position. It would be better to not get myself into such a situation. I feel like I said situation a lot, but I think I only read it once. I don't know, guys. I'm tired right now. I don't know why I am. Fine. Maybe we could make a deal somehow. She started to think. I know. I anticipated the worst. You bring me that wire. Wait, didn't I already have the wire? I don't think it said I gave it back to him. Did I? Or did it? Excuse me. Let me take a sip while I look back. Yeah, did it say that I gave back the wire? I just have it, right? I need it for my needs. Okay, let's assume I get it. You won't tell anybody? I'll give you my word as a pioneer. I could hardly believe her. On the other hand, it was just a coil of wire, so why shouldn't I try? Let's see. Obviously, I need to refuse. Wait, what am I refusing? Refusing to give it to her? Well, let's consult the guide right now. So I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 that I know of points, and there are 4 more, including this one, afterwards to get. So, whatever. Let's go ahead and refuse. I don't know what I'm refusing. Refusing to give it to her, I'm guessing. No wire for you. Enough already. Yeah, that's actually probably what I wanted to go with, because I wanted to see if she's actually going to tell on me. So, we'll see. I don't understand why refusing is a positive for her, but okay. Then I'll tell everyone. Or I'll tell everything. Then I'll tell everything. You'll tell everything anyway. Or Alyssa, yeah, you're going to tell this window, this sign, this, I guess it's like a picnic table, I don't know, this roof. Tell everything. Don't tell anybody, but tell everything. You'll tell everything anyway, or Alyssa will. Get lost. Yeah, sure, as if it was my fault. It is, you were watching us. No, I wasn't. But, no matter how you slice it, it actually was. Alright, so, let's hop in the thought bubble a little bit. Last time when we were talking about Alyssa, and how, if you're going to be going about naked in a public place, and I'm going to assume that this wash area is a public place because, well, I'm guessing theoretically that is where everyone goes to, wash up, their hands, brush their teeth, whatever. It's not a bathroom. It's not enclosed. It's not private at all. So you're naked there, and someone is watching. That's your own fault. Whether they're hiding in the bushes, because we were hiding in the bushes, right? Because we had to hide to not let them see us. Is that would that be considered peeping? Because, again, public place. So, that was the question there. But now you have to throw in the idea that she is more than likely underage. So, does that count? Is that But then again, actually, I don't know. I don't remember. I think there is it's slightly okay for, babies to be, partially naked in public. I don't even know. I'm not gonna try. Alyssa doesn't think so. She doesn't agree with me about a lot of things. And Olga Dmitrievna won't be happy either. Well, you know what? She's not happy about anything I do, so she can go and not be happy all by herself. You know what? I started to lose my temper. If you want to tell everything, again, everything, not everybody, go ahead right now, and don't forget to mention that the government's default, what? Don't forget to mention that the government's default, world depression, global warming, and the Genesis flood are all my fault too. Oh, come on, wait, Genesis? In the book of Genesis? Is that Noah's flood? Oh my god, Semyon, are you God? Illuminati confirmed. Alright. Oh, come on, stop overreacting like that. I was joking. Joking? I suddenly realized that I really was wound up too much. Your jokes are stupid, and what am I supposed to do every time? Guess if it is for real or a joke? Yup, she grinned. It's more funny that way. Ilyana turned around and ran towards the square, waving her hand in parting. Still, you can't deal with her in a harmonious way. I sighed and went back to the club's quarters. Electronic was building something with rapt attention. Now I'm done with everything. So I thought you could get me something as you promised. My voice sounded a bit psychophantic. I think that's a music thing, right? That's why I don't know how to say it. Which was enough to drive me mad. Of course, I'm not listening, or I'm not insisting, but not necessarily music, but acoustic thing, right? Like physics too. I don't know. 1 minute, he tore himself away from his work and got a pair of buns from the drawer and a classic triangle pack of kefir. Be my guest. I don't think it's kefir, but kefir? I don't know. Thank you. While I was busy eating, Electronic didn't turn away from his device for a second. He was rolling up the wire, which I had taken away from Ulyana, onto the coil, and somehow, I guess I gave it to him also. Not somehow, but I guess at some point I gave it to him. Beyond this text. Gotta read between the lines, right? So, what's this? An inductor. Oh, I love inductor. And ductor. Join our club, and you'll know everything. God, Semyon, you're so bad at physics, and electronics, and engineering. But you're good at playing guitar, and, what else were you good at? Writing? Yeah. He looked at me and smiled slightly. I guess Semyon is more of a artistic fellow, right? Because in the two endings where he, like, ended up doing something, he was a musician and he was a novelist, but he's definitely not cut out to be a scientist. I'll think about it. Of course, I wasn't going to join anything, but taking into account that he had fed me, I had to be polite. By the way, as I said, I have something else. Well, yeah. Wait a second. He went into the adjacent room and came back after a minute with some kind of package. Oh, this thing. What do you say? Tan-ta-da? Okay. Tan-ta-da. Guess that's the Russian version of, like, dun-dun-dun-dun, or something like that. And gave it to me. It was a big bottle of that vodka, inside. Oh, he's just gonna give it to me? I don't have to deliver it to the nurse? Huh? I get it, but it's still morning. Well, I mean, I know, like, even in America, like, back in colonial times, like, didn't people just have, like, well, I'm pretty sure they didn't have vodka, but they had, like, some sort of alcohol for breakfast, right? It's just, like, you drink it instead of water, because back in the days, well, you didn't have very good water, so, you just drank alcohol instead, because at least it's, like, you know, fermented and, distilled and all that stuff. Is it fermented? It's fermented, right? And it's distilled. Or does Electronic share the motto of get drunk in the morning, take the entire day off? What are you talking about? I'm not suggesting we drink it. We have it to clean the optics. You use vodka to clean the optics? I guess that's, I mean, it makes sense. It is alcohol. Like, what percentage of, vodka is, or what percent of vodka is alcohol? I'm sure it varies from, brand to brand, but still. Couldn't you just use, like, 99.9% ethyl alcohol instead? Like, you can't drink that. It's probably better to actually, no. I don't know. Would you trust kids with ethyl alcohol? Like, that's going to make you go blind if someone dumb enough is going to, like, drink it. Cleaning the optics, yeah, right, internally. Okay. I gave him the package back. I'll go then. Come back anytime. Wait. So I'm not going to deliver it? Okay. Of course. The moment I want to have a drink. Wait, okay. I'm just, like, completely tired and just, like, completely missing anything, which is, you know, very likely. But I don't understand what's going on. He gave me the package and I gave it back to him, and now I want a drink. The moment I want to have a drink, walking out, I questioned myself why he wanted to show me the vodka. Yeah, so I didn't take it. Okay, that's good. I'm not just too tired to comprehend. To show me the vodka in the first place, suddenly my hunger returned again. I just ate. For sure, a meal of some kind of, or a meal of some buns and kefir, was awesome, but it was not enough to fill me up. Luckily for me, I heard the bell sound, calling pioneers for lunch. The day had just started, and I've gone through so many things already. But I did it, and now I have legitimate grounds to fill myself up. Today I wasn't the last one, so I could choose a free table. Lunch included pea soup, mashed potatoes with fish. It was a major disappointment to me, as I don't eat fish in any form and hence will get fewer calories than usual. Well, it's good that you just ate buns then, right? Soon Slavia and Lena came to my table. Can we? She smiled nicely. Yeah, sure. I'm pretty sure this is all stuff I've seen before, so let's go ahead and fast forward to this. Boom. Oh, so we have to do this regardless. Slavia, sure, why not? So, yep, nightmare. Sure, let's go ahead and say try my best. Yeah, I wonder if those nightmares have any, like, significance, because, like, I don't understand why he's, like, dreaming of, mutant, what do you call it, strawberries. Like, I don't remember very concretely what happened in those nightmares, but I'm wondering, because he's had a few nightmares, right? Like 3? I know at least 2, but I think maybe 3? Don't recall. But is there some sort of, like, oh, we just came back. Wait, hold on. Let's see if they have anything different to say. He owed me after all. Don't think anything. Wait, did she say something to me after that? Handcart. Okay, yeah. I think that's fine. And then we talked to that random girl. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, the nightmares. I wonder if there's any sort of like, can you string them together and like have some sort of like other story? Like, is there like a coherent story within his nightmare? That'd be pretty meta, right? Like, is there anything significant beyond just what happened, like at that time, at that point, in the nightmare? Is what I'm asking. Anyways, we have to do nothing and just stay seated, which I've done before. So let's go ahead and just fast forward through all this. They want me to join the club, and of course we have to go to Ulyana, which I've done before. I think my original playthrough, just to kind of see what. Like, I was just thumbing through all the choices, right, when I was trying to figure out why nothing was happening, even though I was saying to do stuff. But I'm sure it's going to change a little bit, so let's go ahead and read it. I didn't think about Ulyana that evening at all. That thing with the cake, like it didn't even happen. Though I remembered well her resentful, disappointed face. Maybe in some other situation I would never have decided to go to her, but now a fine reason to leave this place and end this stupid hike has appeared. Recalling that Olga Dmitrievna told me to be prepared for new tasks, I decided not to ask her for permission. After choosing a proper moment, I disappeared into the woods. Night fell on the camp. I mentally thanked the camp leader for not researching the land too well, since this meant civilization was only a few hundred meters away. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but another long walk through the night forest was not in my plans. Comrade, soon I came to the square and hesitated. Won't it look silly? What would I tell Ulyana? Moreover, why would I go to see her in the first place? Oh yeah, hey, weren't we talking about how it's weird that we're leaving this like little girl like all alone in the camp? I guess maybe the nurse is there, but like for some reason the nurse doesn't seem to be on camp grounds at night, because there was that one time when, was it Alyssa who got, yeah, was it when she got punched by Lena, and he was like, go to, like, the infirmary isn't even open, like, can't you just go to the nurse, like, isn't she still on the premises? But I guess not, so I guess the nurse is not here. I don't think the lunch ladies or whoever work in the or whomever work in the cafeteria are there, so like realistically, who is still here with Ulyana? So that might make me think that she is old enough to stay like home alone, which might still put her in the teens. I don't know, like 12? I don't know. I think I stayed home. I think the first time I was left home alone, well, ever since I started grade school, actually. But then again, my father worked, like, not too far away from our house. You could, like, walk to our home at that point. So, that doesn't count. So that would have been 5. But, like, legit, I think probably around 10, maybe? I don't remember. Anyways, well, you know, back to theory crafting about, or enough of theory crafting about Ulyana's real age. My head was so heavy and full that there was no room in it for development of any ideas. Yeah, just like me right now, man. If I would compare my brain at its prime to skipping this because we've read it before, Where should I go? Maybe to her cabin? And what if she's not there? Boom. Headbutt. All of a sudden, something knocked me down, and I fell to the asphalt. It's a good thing that I had time to stretch out my arms, otherwise I would have broken my nose. Gotcha! I quickly got up from the ground and saw Yona standing before me. Maybe she... Oh. Okay, so maybe she... I can't remember why she did it, like if she said anything, if we even figured out why, but maybe she has something sneaky going on, like she actually... Like she didn't want to go on that hike, and she used the cake as an excuse to get, like, punished, and not be allowed to go on the hike so she can do some, like, crazy weird stuff in the camp alone. Man, Uliana, you're a cunning little, deviant, aren't you? Oh, sorry. I quickly got up from the ground and saw Uliana standing before me. What are you doing? I couldn't stop myself from shouting, despite my best efforts. You shouldn't be stargazing, she answered viciously. What if I had smashed my nose or had broken my arm? I said more calmly. Well, neither of those things happened. Look, why do you always mock me? What did she tackled me, I think, right? Is that what she said? What it said? Or did she just push me? Doesn't matter. I already regret my decision and I already regret my decision and try and ease her loneliness. Or to try and ease her loneliness. Was today's punishment not enough for you? Can you even draw simple conclusions? It's entirely your fault. The smile instantly disappeared from Uliana's face. What exactly is my fault? Everything. Not giving her the coil. Whoa, what if she's making another bomb? And he's like, yeah, Alyssa, your dumb little carbon and, like, phosphorus and saltpeter bomb kind of fails, so I'm gonna go ahead and make, like, a... I don't know. Like a pipe bomb? I don't know. What do you need coil for? You mean I am the one to blame all the time? Yes. She crossed her hands in front of her chest and turned away, because her chest are like that, right? Didn't cross her hands there. Great. Suddenly, I wanted to get away from this place as fast as possible, but it was because of you that I came here. What? I guess you are quite bored given that everyone is hiking, or everybody is hiking. Let's go with everything is hiking, because, you know, of what happened before. And you're all alone here. I don't care. She yelled cheerfully. Well, if things are that way, what do you want to do? What do you mean? Well, if you came here because of me, such a thought hadn't occurred to me. Although, I don't really know what I came here for. After such a greeting, I no longer wanted to do anything. Then it's up to me to choose, said Uliana cheerfully, and started to think. I stared at her for some time, but then couldn't stand it. Listen, if you're again planning to... I know, let's scare the others. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. I actually support that. Kind of. As long as no one gets hurt, of course. Fall into the lake, all that stuff. We'll dress up as ghosts, for example. It's gonna be fun. Oh man, like the ghost of that guy and that girl who supposedly got hit by a bus and then, you know, hung herself, respectively. It's gonna be so fun. I didn't find this funny in any way. Enough of that already. Man, why is she so obsessed with, like, scaring people and, like, being scared herself? Or whatever. I began tiredly, but broke off. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. After all, by the time she thinks it over and gathers all she needs, Olga, Dmitrovina, and the Pioneers will already be back. If I came here because of Uliana, then I need to play along. Perhaps you're right. What? She was looking at me with her eyes wide open. Are you just gonna agree like that? Well, what's so wrong about that? And furthermore, if you insist. She studied me attentively for several seconds and then rattled off. Excellent. Then we need some bed sheets. We want to look like real ghosts, don't we? Yeah, because real ghosts look like, you know, 2 holes cut into a bed sheet. Probably. You go get them, Uliana announced imperiously. Where do you think I'm going to get them? Take them from your cabin, obviously. It wasn't that obvious to me. So, you don't want to? She instantly made a gloomy face. Okay. I recall the fact that there were spare sets of bed linens in Olga Dmitrovina's wardrobe, so maybe there was nothing to worry about. Man, you're just gonna go into her wardrobe. That's nice. We approached the camp leader's cabin, and I said to Ulyana, "Wait for me here." "Sir, yes, sir." She rattled off and saluted me. It seemed Ulyana was entirely immersed in the game. I quickly found 2 clean white bed sheets. It's a shame that they're going to get smudged. "Here, take it." I handed one of the bed sheets to her. "It's too large for me," Ulyana said after twirling it in her hands. No wonder, considering her height. "Give it to me." I folded the bed sheet in half and gave it to her. Can we do some more theory crafting about like if it's a bed sheet and like a full-size bed sheet, like the size full, like twin full. What else is it called? I don't know, but I think these beds are probably full. Go. Yeah, these actually seem small. They're like cots. So these bed sheets are probably no taller, like probably not much taller than an actual person, which, you know, so let's say like, I don't know, 6 feet, 7 feet, because you want to go a little bit off the edge to tuck in, right? So that's like a good height for me. You'll still see my feet if you like cover me, right, or whatever. I don't know. She's short, that's all we can figure. But like that much shorter, like half our size, if he's folding it in half, unless he's gonna see more of her legs or whatever. Anyways, it's much better now. Follow me. She put the white cloth over her head and ran into the forest. Wait, I threw myself after her. Oh dang. Just a few minutes later, we were near the pioneers' campfire, hiding behind the trees, because this is a tree, right? These are like brushes. I don't know. Now it was clear that the trick, harmless at first, was taking an unpleasant twist. For some reason, I was sure from the start that the hike would end before Ulyana took any action, and now we were standing 10 meters away from the pioneers, dressed in bed sheets. We didn't look frightening at all, rather we looked comical. "Get ready on my command." Are we gonna do it and then like she's gonna go, but like we don't do anything, like that old trick? Wait. Actually, I was joking when I agreed to all this. Think again. It wouldn't do any good. You would get yourself under house arrest until the end of the shift. That, and I don't know. Other than the jump scare, I don't think it would be that scary because you're just like, oh, it's like a white cloth with like feet underneath, right? And so I will. No retreat, no surrender. Are you ready? On the count of 3. I started scrolling through all the possible outcomes in my head feverishly. There weren't many of them. First one. Oh, me and Ulyana run out from behind the brushes, not trees, and start the pioneers laughing, resulting in me getting a considerable scolding from the camp leader, of course, and possibly something even worse. And Ulyana is sentenced to the highest measure of punishment feasible under the laws of the pioneer camp. Second one, which evidently is having a letter written to some guy that says you can't join the Communist Party. Someone stay here, or second one, I stay here and observe with the others how Ulyana runs around the glade in a bedsheet. She is sentenced to the highest measure, like in the first option, and I stay in relative safety. Third one, I do everything possible to prevent her from committing this act of moral vandalism, and no one suffers but her self-esteem. Oh my god, that looks just dumb. It could have all gone so well, or it all could have gone so well, but either of those thoughts took more than 3 seconds, or Ulyana shortened the count, so I hadn't managed to pull myself together in time when she sprang out of the glade, screaming inhumanely. As expected, the pioneers laughed loudly. Someone even fell from the log he was sitting on and started rolling on the ground. Oh man, she got him to raffle. I tried to save the day and yelled as loud as possible so Ulyana would hear me, but not the others. How's that possible? Fool, stop it, come here. She looks sad. I don't know whether it was my persuasion that worked or Alyona understood that her performance had failed, but she ran in my direction quickly and without pausing, hid herself in the forest. I didn't hesitate to follow her. Such a finale left a tiny chance that she won't be punished again. It's good that I didn't join in on that tragicomical act. Oops, I think I bumped into the mic. Sorry about that. If I did. If not, then Now I need to find Alyona. It turned out to be not that hard, as she hadn't managed to get far. It's because she's short. Are you making fun of her because she's short? Alyona was sitting on a tree stump, crying. I stood still, hesitating. Of course, such an outcome was to be expected, but now I had absolutely no idea what to do or how to comfort her. And besides, I'd gone back to the camp intentionally and had agreed to participate in that show, but it just got worse. As well as that, I was tired unto death. At that moment, I wished it would all just cease to exist. I just wanted to close my eyes and appear everywhere, preferably in a quiet and peaceful place. But the sight of a sobbing Alyona obliged me to take action. I walked up to her and sat down on the ground. Well, what were you expecting anyway? I began philosophically. It was sure to end up this way. You're to blame for everything. You. Alyona shouted in tears. So, what would have changed if I sprung out with you back there? We both would have been laughed at, that's it. You always act this way, always. Her sobbing was becoming louder and louder, and then she suddenly rushed at me and started pounding on my chest with her fists. The hits were not hard. It was more likely an attempt to take out the despair that had gripped Alyona than a real wish to beat me up, even though I'm pretty sure if she wanted to beat you up, she probably couldn't. Calm down already, I said firmly. Unless she's that girl from, what's that movie? Was it like Kick-Ass or whatever? That girl who had like that sword or whatever. And she's 10, right? I think in the movie she was like 10 or whatever. That was, yeah. Is it the Kick-Ass? I don't remember. Kick-Ass 2? I don't know. She stopped crying for a second and hugged me. Maybe nothing would have changed, but it would have been more comfortable for me if we went together. Yeah, it's not about whether the outcome is different. It's about being embarrassed together. Like, having someone that I can relate to, that I can be like, damn, we really got, they made a mockery of us. So she's not feeling so alone. I didn't know what to say, so I just patted her on the head. Can I stay like this for a bit longer? Yes. At that time, she didn't seem like a dangerously explosive nuclear reactor in the form of a little girl, but just like a little sister of mine who'd messed things up. I wasn't mad at her at all. On the contrary, it seemed I too was beginning to care about the failure of the ghost play acting. It's alright. We'll scare them properly next time. Yeah? Oh dang. Wow, she looks a lot taller now. What is this? I like how it's censored now though. That's nice. But dang, she's a lot taller. I think. Right? Like, proportionally, she only looks maybe like a couple inches shorter than me. What happened? Alright, well, let's go ahead and end on this, because I don't even know, like, what's going on now. She just, like, she seems to be, like, just bobbing, like, she's just, like, gaining and losing a foot, like, everywhere, in terms of height. But, yeah, so we'll call it there. Another scare tactic that failed. I guess that's just Alyona's thing. Like, I guess Alyssa is the one who does, like, pranks. Actually, no. Alyona does pranks. I was gonna say, like, back in Alyssa's thing, like, Alyona and Alyssa kind of have similar characteristics in the sense that they're both kind of mischievous and, like they like to mess with me. But Alyona is a little more childish, and now she has a little bit of a different edge. She likes to scare people, not just play pranks, but, like, she's also into, like, scaring and stuff like that. So, anyways, that's about it. I think that is how many points do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Was it 7? Yeah, 7. 7 for sure. So I think I can go ahead and we'll go ahead and just save this over this file here. I think that's fine. because we can still use this as a branch point for the good and bad ending. So yeah, I guess we're day 5, right? So we still got, oh man, we still got the I don't know how I would describe it, but day 6 is coming up, so that's going to be interesting to see what happens there, considering all the other routes. But we'll figure it out when we get there, and until then, thank you for watching. Bye.